Hello, everybody. We are live. How's everybody doing out there? Remember to mute my computer this time before I got started, so that's good. Glad everybody can make it out on this Sunday. Everybody's getting dinner ready and stuff. So, yeah. Oh, the Dalication. Hopefully, I don't get any more Dalicas, especially because you keep breaking them, which is unsurprising. Get the beer out of the way today. It's not a beer, actually. Still technically a brew, I guess. This is 1911 cider donut, which I have not tried yet. It is open already, though, because my wife wanted to try it. We only have one left. My son brought some home, and he drank the other three, and there was one left, and I asked if I could have it. So I wanted to try something different. Wasn't in the mood for a beer tonight, so I'm trying this. We'll see. First, sometimes I don't like stuff that's supposed to taste like other stuff. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's not my favorite first sip. It tastes like a cider donut. It definitely does taste like a cider donut. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. By the way, in the usual, Southern Edge Knife Works, cool metal koozies. They sell these. Go to Southern Edge Knife Works and use the code SDSEK at checkout and get 15% off and free shipping. It goes down easy, I guess, but I don't know. It is really sweet. Wow. Sorry to make a gross mouth noise there. Hey, Zach Stuff, Professor, everybody. Justin EDC, Tier 1, Jeremy. I was hanging out beforehand. I think I said hello to most of you there. So, wow, 64 watching already. Cool. This new time slot is not hurting the view numbers. I will say that. So, I know it's going to take a while for people to get used to, and there's going to be some people annoyed that they didn't realize that I changed times, but they'll figure it out after a couple of weeks. Let's get another knife out here. I have more room than I thought. I can't tell really until it actually goes live because like the size of the thumbnail is different than it is when you actually go live. So we'll do the vertical thing. Now, and what else will we bring out? This is something new I got this week. You guys haven't seen yet. Concept sent me this, the Shard, with the fancy Timascus clip. And we'll bring this out too. Speaking of Timascus, unsurprisingly, I did say I was thinking about getting the Timascus upgrade on my Adam Purvis progeny, and I did, and it is glorious. And I don't usually like Timascus, to be honest with you, but on this knife is so nice. It just needed a little bit more pop to it. And this is very nice. It looks really good. We're going to put this one the other way around and try and fit it in camera. The only problem with these awesome metal koozies from Southern Edge is that they are large. And yes, this is a Hogue OTF. This is the compound, one of their newer ones, G10, which is pretty rare to find on an OTF, and I like that a lot. And the action is outstanding on it. Pretty cool. Would have rather had a non-coated blade, but beggars can't be choosers. And it's pretty nice, and I like a Tanto, so really enjoying this. It's pretty neat. No, I have not decided if I'm keeping the Swayback or not. Somebody asked that. It's going to be a while before I decide. I'm not really sure. So I do love this blade so much. I did try. I had an extra MXG Gear deep carry clip for it, and it didn't really make it any better. So I don't really know. This knife just doesn't work with a deep carry clip for me anyway. It digs in my palm, so I think I may order one of the MXG Gear tie clips because they're pretty universal. It'll fit something else if I decide not to keep this. So I think I'm gonna the milled titanium clip, not the deep carry one. So I think I'll get it. It's not gross. I love cutting stuff with it. It's such a fantastic blade. And the ergos work. They're getting there where I kind of figure out where to grab it, and it's fine. But I just hate that clip so much. I don't know. I can't decide. I do love that blade so much. It's just, I just wish it was in a more conventional handle. What's in my pocket tonight? I had the, I've had the last lots of days. I can't stop carrying my 8020. I'll put it on the table here in a moment, but I just can't stop carrying this thing. I love it so much. It's just an outstanding blade. It's 3V, so I have EDCI on it, even though I'm being very sparing with my EDCI because I don't know if it's coming back again or not. So, but I have this much of a bottle left. I have like 3/4 of a bottle, but I'm still being very sparing with it. But definitely the 8020 is worthy of it. Does the lock on the 8020 get in the way? No, not at all. It actually kind of works as a little thumb ramp if you're choked back, and it's easy to get over top of it. The only thing about it is, as much as I carry this thing, which has been a ton, still sometimes I take it out of my pocket and I just reflexively like try and flip it open, which you can. You have to wrist it, but I try and just like hit it like a flipper because I'm a moron. Yeah, I mostly thumb flick it, or spidey flick it, sorry, to get it open. Middle finger flick it, whatever you want to call that. But I've been thinking of getting a Mordax for a while now as a forever knife. Yay or nay? The Mordax is really nice. I like it. A little thick behind the edge, but other than that, it's really great. Jeremy Russell says, no, I did not attempt to get the purple Crewwear PM2 because the blade's coated, and I don't like coated blades. So, somebody asked about another knife. Oh, I didn't get the Tanto either. Somebody asked about that. I didn't get the PM2 Tanto. I tried to, and I put I had an old credit card on Blade HQ because I hadn't bought anything there a long time, and missed that. So, hey, MC, how's it going? Nice humble entrance you made there. Yeah, but yeah, I do like the look of the Thai 8020. I kind of wish I'd have gotten it, but this is heavy enough as it is, and I like the gray G10 as well. So, the We Malice is a beautiful knife. The way that We does the flame anno on all their stuff. If there's any option on a We to get flame anno, get it because it looks great. It's awesome. Always get that. Trying to go back through some questions here. I have to put my mouse in camera view the way this is. So my the place that I mount my camera on my desk, which is honestly just a plastic folding like work table, is degrading from being clamped down on for too long. So I'm gonna have to figure something else out because my camera mount keeps moving on me, like not rapidly, but as things go on. Oh, what's the concept? It's not a new one. This is the Shard they've actually had out for a while. I think maybe the Timascus clip option thing is new, but they just sent it to me. I didn't ask for it or anything. But this and another one that I don't have within reach and don't remember the name of anyway. So, hello, Women Carry Knives. How's it going? Oh, you're welcome, Professor, for the shout out. Yeah, and a few of you on here I gave that to. Yeah, I like doing that every now and then. I got a whole bunch of messages on it, as I expected, saying, you forgot so-and-so. I didn't forget. I just don't get to watch everybody. So, Brew of Choice is one I'm not sure about. This is 1911 cider donut, hard cider, and it's very sweet. Does taste like a cider donut, but not sure about that. Health-wise, Nick, yes, I am feeling a lot better. So, still a little bit of fatigue, but it's more predictable now. I kind of know when I'm going to get tired instead of just randomly getting tired, so that's good. Lets me work around it a little bit. And hello, Amateur Knives. How you doing? Oh, and yes, by the way, you can join. If you see people have the Less D logo next to them, you can click the join button down there, pay a couple shekels a month. Helps the channel. I do appreciate it. Super Chat is open. And if any of you guys are interested in stuff I have for sale, I do highly recommend that you join the Patreon like tonight, because tomorrow, at some point tomorrow, I'm putting a lot of stuff up for sale on the Patreon. They get 24-hour early notice. Whatever's left, I will be doing a video about. I think I'm actually going to have enough left to actually do a video this time. But I'm putting up a lot of stuff. I think there's about... Let me look really quick, because I have an Evernote note to tell me in the for sale thing how many things are on there. Yeah, about a dozen. So, yeah, we'll be putting it up. So, yeah, a bit of culling time. My tax refund is delayed a bit. So, a couple bills that I was going to pay with I was going to pay with my tax refund. I'm going to have to sell some stuff to pay instead because I think it's going to be a while before I get my tax refund. Justin EC, when are the emojis coming? As soon as I get around to it. I had a really bad week, so yeah, I mentioned it in another. Well, I put a little thing up. Yeah, I know this is going to sound weird that I'm doing a live show and I don't really want to talk about it much, but my mother passed away on Monday, this past Monday. So last live show, if you heard me say I was waiting for a phone call, it was that. Didn't think it was going to happen that soon. I thought it would be sometime around now, but yeah, she passed away last Monday. So but I'm still doing the live show, still doing the videos because I can't do anything else because of the virus. So we can't all get together or anything. So it's kind of like I got a phone call, I made some phone calls, and that was that until whenever the whole family can get here. So it's just weird. It's just a weird time to lose somebody when you're just in a state that doesn't allow anybody in it, and it's just weird. I don't know how else to put it, but thank you. But I don't really want to talk about it a whole lot. I don't like the whole live show about it, but yeah, that's why some stuff is late from me this week. So I've already emailed everybody I owe stuff I was supposed to get shipped to, and I didn't. So, but that should be happening tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'm just going to get up and get everything shipped out that I got to get shipped out and all that kind of stuff. So. But I'm still enjoying working on the channel. It's helping me out a lot. So actually something to focus on. But yeah, just a weird time. Don't, and if you have your preference, don't die during a pandemic. It sucks for your family. Don't do that. But she went peacefully. Everything was all right. I just couldn't be there. And it went so fast I probably wouldn't have been there anyway, honestly. But yeah, died in her sleep. We knew it was coming. So it went as well as it could. No, I'm not. So I saw somebody ask, no, I'm not selling the SOCOM Elite. It took me 14 months to find one. That thing ain't going anywhere. If I sell that, the dire things have happened. So yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget to like the video and, join and subscribe and do the Patreon thing and all that. 'Cause like I said, lots of cool stuff coming up for sale. So we'll swap some stuff out. It's been 15 minutes. We'll leave what we got out here. Ever seen mass drop shipped through Post NL shipping? My mass drop dial was stuck in. Yeah, I did have that happen to me, Davis Larson. Actually, I did buy a knife and it came through the Netherlands. I don't know what that's all about. Put the special Sabenza on the table. I do have that here. I know everybody always asks for that, so I did pull that out. Excuse me. That was normally I try to keep those inaudible, but that didn't work that time. What are we going to pull away? We'll pull away the Malice. That's been out here a whole lot. Oh, very sorry to hear that, Klaus. Yeah, it seems to be the season. And no, she did not pass away of COVID. It was she had strokes, and long time coming, and we knew that she was not long for this world, but just happened a little faster than we wanted to. 1 minute knife video. You just got to click the money thing down below and then put the message in. Oh, did you put one in? Did you super chat and then not put it in? I didn't see one. Do you think coated blades make a knife look less premium or tacky? It depends on how it's done. Some look great. It's just not my jam. It's just not that whole blacked out thing. On some knives it is. Some knives I think it looks cool. Like on, it happens to be here. My Cold Steel Recon 1, it looks cool. Like, it looks awesome on this. I have a fully blacked out Protec TR3, the operator limited edition one. It looks great on that. It depends on the knife, but most knives I'd rather not. And this one, I think, just with a little bit of gray that's in the G10 and stuff, I would just rather it had the stonewash finish or something like that. Thank you, Snuggle Tummy, very much. I appreciate it. And yeah, Jeremy does. Even when it's expected, it's not prepared as think you are. Yeah, it's just weird that I don't have stuff to do. Like I joked around on, like, with my wife, like on Tuesday. She passed away Monday morning, and on Tuesday, I'm like, we should have 12 people in the house and be waist deep in baked ziti that we didn't want. It's just weird. Is that pearl in this Benza mother of pearl? Yeah, I don't think it's real pearl, but it's for the moon. And this is a Sabenza 31. You can't tell as easily because I don't have the proper clip on it. I just use a filler tab and put it in a slip. But yeah, this is where that locating hole would have been on a 21, but they put it in there and make it for the moon. It's supposed to be like a nighttime, you know, nighttime landscape thing. So it's pretty awesome. Used this in the middle of Wegmans yesterday, actually. Wegmans is the best grocery store chain in the world, and if you disagree, you are wrong. And I had one of those disposable masks on, and it tore, and I had to take it out, and like all I had was this and a large Sabens, and I didn't want to pull the large Sabens out in the middle of Wegmans, so I pulled this out and had to cut a hole in my mask and put the little elastic thing back in it and tie it together so that I could get through my grocery shopping. Serves me right. I should have been wearing the mask that that my wife makes instead of wearing that one. So you must live in New Jersey. No, New York. I live in Rochester, New York, where Wegmans is from. We are the original Wegmans. The flagship store is near us. It's actually closer to me than the store that I go to, but the flagship store is kind of too big and kind of too crazy. So I go to another one that's like a half mile farther. I go to the Henrietta Wegmans, and I'm used to it. It's the one I've gone to forever. It's the one that gets changed the least. Yeah, and they're all the way down into North Carolina now. My sister was elated because she lives in Raleigh, and she missed Wegmans, and now she has it back again. It's just the best, and their brand stuff is just as good as anything else. I just made chili tonight, vegan chili, and we don't always eat vegetarian, but we do every now and then. And I always buy all the Wegmans beans because they're better than Goya or anything like that. Yep, exactly, Steve Walker. Yeah, their beans and stuff are so much better. Man, we never stay on topic on knives on this show, do we? And I don't care. I think that's good. 125 watching now. No, they're not on the West Coast. They're down. Like I said, it's kind of just northeast. They're down as far as North Carolina now. Have you had their pizza bread? Yes, I have. It's very good, Kurt Andrews. But we actually buy their dough all the time. We used to make our own pizza dough because we have iron skillet, and we like making iron skillet pizza. But their dough is just as good as anything we can make from scratch. So we just buy theirs. Hollywood Tactical, you should unblock that guy making joke about pickles. It's just an inside joke. I didn't block anybody. I said I was going to because I didn't understand what he was talking about. I didn't block anybody. The only person I blocked had nothing to recently, because of a chat, had nothing to do with the pickle thing. He was trying to tell me that I only had a cold. So I did not appreciate that. And he wouldn't give up on it, so. Don't tell someone who had COVID that it's just a cold. That will make them mad. Never lost 12 pounds from a cold. See, now you got me all on a rant again. Never been to Wegmans. We have Piggly Wiggly in West Virginia. Piggly Wiggly isn't awful. I liked Piggly Wiggly. I lived in North Carolina. Hey, Brian, any plans on venturing into kitchen cutlery this year, Sergeant Kong? I have to for Knives Illustrated, but probably not on here. Is okay. Please turn that knife around. I did it because it's got the Timascus clip. That's why it's pointed that way. Travis Robbins, where did you live? What part of North Carolina did you live in? I lived in Fayetteville. Well, I lived in Lillington, but I worked in Fayetteville. I was at Pope Air Force Base. Yeah, Scott, it was whack is a good way to describe it. Love my North Arm paring knife. Yeah, I don't have any fancy, I don't have any knife brand kitchen knives, which I really should. I could probably ask nicely and get some of them, but anybody else keep their knives clip up like me? You mean tip up or clip up? I don't really know. Tactical. I hate to say a silver lining to your COVID cloud, but it's educating so many to the mostly conservative knife community. I mean, it's not a conservative or liberal issue. It's a disease that sucks. And I think, I don't know anybody who's had it who is still anti-mask. You know, it's because once you've had it, you're like, whoa, this is a big deal. I got in, not an argument, but my uncle the other day, he's 75, and, you know, I called him about my mother passing away, and I told him I'd had COVID, and he brought it up. He goes, I just think the whole thing's kind of overblown. And I'm like, dude, you would die. Like, if you got that, you're 75, you're diabetic, you'd be dead. Stop it. It's just like, just don't wear your freaking mask and stop it. But it's just, yeah, people are just locked in, and they have their opinions, and that's what it is. So going to a COVID wing nearly every day, wear a spacesuit. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm immune right now. I'm invincible at the moment, but I'm still wearing the mask and being careful and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, it's mandatory up here, so it's not like it's a big deal. But I'm still sanitizing my hands and all that because I still don't know if my wife, and my kids ever had it. They supposedly got tested for the antibodies and the virus, and then the antibodies ones apparently didn't make it or didn't go through or whatever. So I'm still trying to be careful to make sure I don't bring it home for them. Wegmans for life, the only grocery store. Yep, Wegmans is great. Yeah, when they have one in New York City now, and everybody freaked out about that. I actually, if I ever just do random story time videos, because of Wegmans, I actually worked with Alec Baldwin. I actually directed Alec Baldwin for a Wegmans thing. And he was great. I really liked him. He was very funny. And we wrote some sketches that we were worried about, that Wegmans wouldn't like them because they were a bit risque. And then he improvised them and made them infinitely worse than we had made them. So Wegmans couldn't say anything about it because it was Alec Baldwin. So, but yeah. Oh, Wegmans subs are great. Oh, God, we had to have a Wegmans sub for that sketch, too, as a prop sub. That's a whole other story I could tell about somebody that I hate. I could go on forever about that guy. We bought a prop sub, and it sat around for like 8 hours. And then at the end of the day, he just ate it. I was like, all right, because they said, what do you want for your prop sub? And we're like, whatever, we don't care. And he placed an order. And then at the end of the day, he just ate it. It wasn't refrigerated or anything, just sat there and ate like a turkey sub that had been sitting out all day. Whatever, man. That guy. He also stole one of my jokes one time, so we're not friends anymore. I needed a Cold Steel social distancing XXL. Is that a real thing, or is that just a clever joke that you made, Chris? Because I do have a very large Cold Steel. I just got it back from Nick Shabazz. Brush with greatness. Yeah, and that gig bought me my bought me my dining room set. So I got paid a lot for that. So we call that the Alec Baldwin table. I got my big ridiculous Cold Steel back today, or back this week. This was with Nick Shabazz. He sent it back along with the Swayback and a bunch of pens. So have you reviewed the MBK Zox? I think it's the Vox. I don't know. I haven't reviewed that one, whatever it is. Oh, the XOX. Yeah, not. Is it oily? No, it just kind of always looks like that. It's kind of just a stonewashy finish, and it just always kind of looks sort of oily and whatever. XLC. No, I have not. Someone bent the blade all up. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing. They were whacking trees or something, but I love this thing. I brought it up just for this. It honestly lives next to my it lives on my nightstand, because I figure if anybody breaks in the house middle of the night and I come running out of the bedroom, let's face it, probably naked, swinging this thing, they're going to leave. Doesn't matter what weapon they have. It's not even going to fit on camera. We're just going to give it one more look and put it away. Otherwise, I just have to have it sitting across here. It is the Voyager XL, Chris. I think it's smaller than the Espada XL, I do believe. I think it's slightly smaller, but it's still huge. I never did get the friendship key. Quite upset about that. He did send me a bunch of really cool pens, though, because I made a joke on a little group that we're in on Instagram that's secret, that I probably should have already said too much about. And I was saying that I was sitting there one day and next to my wife, and I said, man, I should get some better pens for Instagram. And my wife didn't think that was stupid. That's how much my wife finally was understanding that this this channel's actually doing something. And she goes, I don't think that's dumb. And she was like, how much are the fancy pens? I go, I don't know, like $100 a piece. And she's like, yeah, you should probably get a couple. So he sent me a bunch to try out, and I'm probably going to get a couple. So, Freedom Van says, after all this time, are you starting to miss doing shows? Oh, you have no idea. I mean, I got to do a couple like drive-in shows that were kind of weird. And I had a bunch of shows on the books again because our club was allowed to reopen, and now we're not allowed to be open, and it's a whole thing. We have a petition going to the governor. You can have live music in New York. You can't have stand-up comedy. How stupid is that? We had reopened. We were following all the rules. And then they said, oh, never mind. They lumped us in with strip clubs. No comedy shows, no strip clubs, but you can have live music. They're reopening the schools. Can't have a comedy show. What the hell? We were all very, very mad. If they just banned everything, that's fine. I get it. But just to single out comedy that it's not worthy of taking the risk, I guess, is what their thought on it is. Whatever. Yes, happiness spreads it. You're right. You have to have a Hinderer on the table, right? We'll pull this away. I haven't pulled this one out in a long time, but I have been carrying it a lot more lately. Maybe you aren't allowed to do comedy because you always kill. Yeah, there you go, Chris. That's what it is. That's what it is. We'll put this away because you've seen it a while. Yeah, comedy and strippers are the same thing. Now I have participated in a comedy show at a strip club before, but there were no strippers on stage next to us or anything. It wasn't anything as interesting as that. It was just happened to be in the same venue, and then strippers went on after us. What else did I want to bring out tonight? Oh, here's one I just got back. We'll bring out something a little less exotic. I realize I have some fairly exotic stuff out here, so we're going to something a little less exotic. Really, really liking the Pentagon XR. It's pretty cool. Thank you, Swami. I appreciate that. Yes, comedy and strip clubs for the win. Yes, Hollywood Tactical, you're right. Back in the day, comedians and strippers worked together a whole lot. In Vegas and all kinds of places like that, but it's not the norm anymore. I've also opened for a burlesque show. That was actually really fun. I had a really good set that night. I actually really enjoyed the burlesque show thing. That was a lot of fun. How long did it take to get the glitter off your shoes? It was more, what it took was the jacket I wore smelled like perfume for a very long time, and I never even touched any of them, but it just smelled like that for like a week. Get a guitar and sing your act. There's an idea, Jason Brown. That's not a bad idea. It would be horrible, or maybe that would make it better. I don't know. I can't sing to save my life, so. I've been to a burlesque show exactly once, and it was a blast. Freedom Van, you're right. It's a lot of fun. Last Halloween, we went to a drag show, and it was a blast. And I got called up on stage because of my costume. There's like a costume contest. I was Freddie Mercury. And it was a pretty epic Freddie Mercury costume, by the way. My wife was Joan Jett. And they called me up, and it was pretty awesome. Gentlemen's clubs don't do glitter anymore. It's a booby trap. Sergeant Kong says, yeah, you're right. That probably is. Probably is. You have some explaining to do. Yeah, hands free. T Thorns, I haven't been in the knife community for a while as much as I should. What's the new hype knife? The new hype knife that the Elementum had. I mean, this Swayback everybody's talking about, both good and bad. I don't know what the new hype knife everybody's really looking for is. Oh, I do know one funny knife I ordered. I'm getting one of those. I don't know if there's I think one of you on here said you were getting one. I can't remember who it was. But I was meant to say, or maybe he has one. I got the new Kalashnikov Auto, the like 4.5 inch, the Kalashnikov XXL or whatever the hell it is. The big giant Auto Kalashnikov. I can't wait for it. Swayback needed a wire clip. You are right. I think everyone would love it if it had that. Somebody did point out that wire clips usually go all the way through, though, but I don't think it needs to. The Koenig Arius Mini is on its way. Oh, awesome, Sergeant Kong. That's really cool. That pocket auto machete, yes. I had to have it. They're really cheap. They're like 80 bucks. Yes, automatic pocket sword. Why not? You have one, tier 1? How is it? I mean, it's a Kalashnikov. They're always great. I'm like 60. Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah, I just bought one. I was like, screw it. I'm going to give it a shot. Because I had a Kalashnikov and I miss it. And that's one I kind of do want to get back. Some variant of Kalashnikov. And then I saw that one and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll have that one. I'll have that one. I bet the Adam Purvis Swayback clip would be awesome, but it's a little pricey. Yeah, I looked at that one. I think I'm going to try just the standard generic MXG gear milled titanium because it's like 45 bucks. How's it Sog on the table? It's great. I did a video about it. I did like just talking about a bunch of new Sogs, and but this is the one I like the most out of all of them that I got all at once, or pretty much all at once. It's a really good, it's kind of a big tactical kind of knife, obviously. But I like how just part of it is sharpened up here. It's perfect for like opening boxes and stuff. It's just perfect because you flip it around the other way. They don't have to worry about like really damaging much because it only really cuts that deep in. And I really like it. Which is definitely not what it was intended for. It's meant to make it more stabby, but it's pretty cool. I wish the deep carry clip was a bit more deep carry, but I kind of get it with a knife like this. You want some to grab a hold of. Professor EDC, Brian, do you have any Emerson? Yeah, I did a video of the Emerson Appalachian. I was trying to get back into Emerson's, and I didn't care for that one either. So, Davis Lars says Hogue Deca or Sage 5. Very different knives, but for me, I'd probably say Sage 5. Heretic Manticore X. If you're asking what's here, no, this is a Hydra. This is the single action one, which is really cool because it does this. It hits so freaking hard. This thing is so loud. I was talking to the guys from Heretic and they said the spring in this thing is actually twice the length of the handle, and they just cram it all in there. I pray for a production Void XL. Yeah. Can you fire the Hogue? Yeah. The Hogue is pretty smooth, I have to say. Maybe smoother than a Microtech. I don't think it feels quite as fancy as a Microtech. This is partly because this one is G10 as well, so I assume this one's going to be a bit more echoey, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But I do love the traction of the G10 on it. I love the look of this G10 on it. And I really love the action. Blade play and like there's almost no button play, so I do like that a lot. Yeah, there is 0 button play. Just a blade play is pretty equal to a Microtech, but no button play or anything. So I do like that a whole lot, and it's not quite as hard to push as a Microtech. It's a little easier to actuate. Tier 1. Oh, is it a money clip? Oh, sorry. It's 156 watching and only 59 likes. Yeah, hit that like button. 159. We had 250 last week, but I was doing a giveaway, so I thought I was doing a secret giveaway tonight, but I didn't, and I can't do it the way I wanted to do it. So we'll do a secret giveaway next time. So, yeah, the Hydra is very, very cool. Have you handled a Halo 6? I have not, Chad. I wish I would like to, though. Hey, DHUM, how's it going? Got a Guardian Tactical GTX 025. Yeah, I was tempted by that, Seth. That's a pretty cool look. When I had an 035 for a minute, but it was I bought it from somebody, and it was kind of beat up, and I knew it was kind of beat up. I already had it before I bought it. I had it in my hand, and I paid him for it, and then I sold it because it was kind of a bit too beat up to use in videos. But I would like to get another 035, but I know exactly the one that I want, so I'm kind of keeping my eye out for one. That's the kind of knife I want to get, the one that I want, you know. I don't want to get one that's just kind of meh. And what I want is the thing that everybody wants, so I just want a single edge stonewash black handle. The secret, non-secret giveaway, yeah. Well, secret giveaway just means I don't tell you how you won. I just let you know that somebody won. Do you have a favorite full tang knife? It's fixed blade stuff, right? I don't have many fixed blades enough to have a favorite one. You just sold your CF 035. Ooh, I might have jumped on that one, man. CF would be nice too. Hogue Deca or Exemplar. I don't know what the Exemplar is off the top of my head, so I don't have one apparently. Super double secret giveaway. Yeah. But I thought I had my other phone charged up, and I don't. So actually, I have to have something. Unbelievably, I don't have anything with a stopwatch on it, or I would still do it right now, but I don't have anything with a stopwatch available to me at the moment. So, yeah, I guess we'll do it next week, because I'm not wearing my Apple Watch, and my other phone is occupied, and my backup phone is not charged. That's the life of me. What is the Exemplar? I must be missing something. Is it something that I've had and I just don't recall? I'm sorry, so many knives pass through my brain that I don't know what's what anymore. Let's put Fancy Sabenza away. Unprepared much? Well, I wasn't going to do a giveaway tonight at all. So, and then you guys brought it up, so I was going to, and then I don't have the thing. So, and I thought my phone was charged, and I just tried to turn it on, and it is not. Let's bring out HK Knife Exemplar. Oh, no, I've never had that one. Bring out the new unofficial channel mascot, Grape Ape, the big, giant purple Formax. Put the Heretic away because we've talked enough about that. Do you still have the Void? No, I don't. That was one that I sold to get something else. I can't remember. It was probably a Hinderer of some sort that I wanted. Put the Swayback away. Oh, here's one I wanted to bring out that I haven't shown in a while. That's also been back in my thoughts a bit lately. The Protec Invictus. Got a lot of autos. I'm on an auto kick the last several months, but ooh, a me-size knife on the table. Yeah, I love how this die came out. Like this was the tan G10. Yeah, I'll put the Hogue away. It's been out. And I was hoping it would just go pure purple, but the way it came out, I think looks even better. Now it looks like purple wood grain. It just looks super cool. Yes, Protec does put out some very sweet SNGs. I do not have one, but they do look cool. Any discontinued knives you wish you would bring back? Man, I can't think of it off the top of my head, Shinobi, but I'm sure there are. You showed the vintage XM24 a few weeks ago. Now I have 4 Hinderers. They're awesome. Yeah, Hinderers do multiply. I have 6 now. And thank you. Yeah, that G10 came out pretty cool. I left it in there for longer than I normally ever leave G10 in, and that's as purple as it was going to get. But once I was really unhappy, and then I dried it off, and it looked fantastic. So I really like the purple wood grain. Love that Protec Prometheus Invictus. Prometheus Design Vax! I just have to say it in that accent whenever I say it. It's weird. You have a black with a satin flats. Yeah, that was the one that I thought I was going to get, but then they found me a satin one. So thank you very much, Zach Stuff. I don't think there's going to be a second round of this stuff. I'm not a big fan of it. It's actually going to be probably one of those one-drink hangovers. It's so sweet. What is the... Oh, it's only 7% alcohol, too. What a waste of my time this is. Yeah, I'm just going to wind up with heartburn. I had really spicy chili for dinner, too. So spicy chili followed by overly sweet cider. Sounds like a recipe for tears. Only 7, yeah. 12 ounces of your life never. No, it's 16 ounces even, Sergeant Kong. It's worse than that. Giveaway is going to be 5 donut ciders. This is the last one left in the house. My son brought home 4 yesterday, and this was the last one. Or brought home 4 this morning. He bought them yesterday when he was out with his friends. Gotta go. Grandbaby's here. Oh, congratulations. Go see your grandbaby. That sounds like more fun than sitting around talking to us. 164 on now. We had 250 last week. I don't think we're going to hit that, but that's because it said giveaway in the title, so I didn't do that. Time for a Bud Light. No, never. It's never time for a Bud Light. But yeah, the join button's open, the super chat's open, and if you want to have a chance at buying some cool knives, definitely join the Patreon tonight. I will not put them for sale up till tomorrow morning, but there is some crazy stuff. How do you feel about EDC pens? I'm so close to getting a tactile turn. Well, it's funny you should mention that. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight. Whoever doesn't mind it, we're going to be on here for a while. I'll bring some knives back on in a moment. But when Shabazz sent me the Swayback and my Chris Voyager XL back again, he also sent some pens. And I've been playing with pens a lot this weekend, so he sent me 2 tactile turns. The side click, which I think this is the small size, and there's also a mini. The tie scribe, which I can't remember the name of the company, but it's pretty cool. Tie scribe bolt, I know is the model name. The ones in my pocket, another tactile turn, which I think is just the bolt. And then he sent me, this is actually, he didn't realize I already had one. I already have a Machine Air Classic, but this is the titanium one. I have the brass one. But yeah, these are all pretty cool and fun to play with. I think this is the one I like the most so far, is just the bolt. I think it's just cool, and it's so super smooth. Somebody said, somebody said a question I really wanted to answer really quick. Hold on. Oh, BD Swaim said, thanks for sending me to Everyday EDC. He explained why I'm a dumbass for buying a Bullmastiff, the full-size one. I kind of want that, the CVV one, or the mini one. And the tie scribe bolt is it's also pretty cool. I like that a lot. It's a little long for me. That's what she said. It's very thin, but it's just a little long for me. These are kind of pushing the size. I think if I got either of these, I'd get the smaller one. And of all the ones he sent me, I think I'm leaning towards getting the mini of this. Or they make a mini of this also in a new version. So I don't know, but I like the bolts. I really like the bolt action pens, and it's just fun. This one, I don't know. This is the newest one. And it's just got kind of a hollow noise to it that I don't really enjoy. I like this one a lot better. Slice says, I have the tactile turn DLC tie bolt action pen. My old lady took the plain tie bolt action, and I have the side click on the way. The side click is cool, but did you find a Demco 8015? I did, Ash Crickets, or Crickets. I'm not going to be getting it anytime soon. He's out of town for a week, which is great because it will take me that long to get the money for it, which is part of the reason why you're going to see that pretty epic sale on the Patreon tomorrow morning. So, but yes, I did, in a spec that I really, really like, and I'm really excited about it. So as long as that sale goes well, I will be getting that and using the rest to pay a whole lot of bills. Hey, August West, how's it going? Tie Scribe Bolt Mini is a perfect size. Yeah, that one does look pretty cool. The Tie Scribe Bolt Mini looks awesome. So I'm kind of debating between the Mini of either of these, but probably this one. I like the pocket clip better on this because I wear 511 sent me a whole bunch of tactical pants and jeans and stuff, and this pocket clip works better on those. So and I like that it's thicker in your hand. That's what she said. But I do, when I am actually writing, I like to have a thicker pen. So I think I'm leaning towards exactly this one, but smaller. Or this one, I don't know. You want a nice cleaver, try Red Horse Knife Works Help Straight Razor. Aren't they all fixed blades though? I don't remember that one being a folder. How do you change the ink cartridge? All of these just screw apart. Just replace it like anything else. I wondered where the 511 clothing kick came from. Yeah, I love their stuff though, but yeah, they just sent me a bunch of stuff. For Knives Illustrated for an article that I was doing there for another publication that we run. So yeah, they sent me a couple pairs of jeans and a backpack and a pair. I bought a pair of shorts because I like the jeans. So the shorts I'm wearing I actually purchased, but the other stuff was all they sent me a couple pairs of jeans, and I love them. They sent my son a pair. They're great. I love the backpack. It's awesome, and it's bulletproof. I guess that's a good thing to have. I don't know, but it's bullet resistant or whatever. But so don't shoot me in the back. It will have no effect. You gotta shoot me in the face like a man. Please don't shoot me. 511 is nice, but they aren't long enough for me. Yeah, I wear 32, 34 and 511 stuff, where other pants I can sometimes get away with a 32, but not always. Did you catch USMA Billy Thursday with Pickle Rick? I did not. I was on there for like 5 minutes, but I do not recall any Pickle Rick references. Davis Larson, you're 34 by 38. You are a long, tall drink of water, as they say. 38, wow. Tactile term bolt, but definitely feel more solid than the tie scribe. I think this feels the tie scribe feels just as well built. But it is just kind of, yeah, you're right. It's kind of daintier, I guess. It feels just as well put together. But yeah, this just does feel a bit more solid. Professor, you see Jets, Giants, or Bills? Jets, even though I'm in Bills country because I'm only an hour away from the stadium, but don't care, don't like them. Always been a Jets fan. Actually, I never gave a crap about football till people decided to start giving me crap about the Jets when I lived in North Carolina, even though I never said I liked the Jets. And I understand the Jets are probably one of the most poorly run franchises in all of football, but I don't care. They're my team, and I don't really honestly watch football that much. But what price are these pens? They're all in the kind of a $80 to $100 range. Have you started watching hockey? I have not watched a hockey game yet this year. I've been very, very distracted and just have not ever sat down to do it. And see where I was in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I was at Pope Air Force Base. The Lions are pretty bad. I'm going to hydrate here with this donut in a can. It's going down easier, but no, it's not. Vietnam. Yeah, I didn't actually live in Fayetteville. I lived in Lillington. You have a Sog XR Ultra. They're stupid thin. Yes, I do. I actually have one right here. I got the Goldie one. They are stupid thin, but they actually do work. They do cut very well. They are proper knives. And I did carry it like as a pocket clip, or as a, not pocket clip, like as a money clip, like they intended for a while, for a few days, and it works fine at that. It works really good. So, yeah, I got the gold one. Didn't remember that I ordered the gold one. I remember debating, and I thought I chose the other one, but I guess I got the gold one. So, but it's pretty cool. First time someone doesn't prefer a warm donut. No, because it's liquid, and it also has a cider aftertaste to it. Do you like Civivi knives? I've reviewed a ton of Civivi knives. Actually, just gave one away, and I do have one right here. The new that you can't buy yet, the Fracture. Like Civivi's a lot. I'm just gonna cram some pens in there. Zach stuff, you get that 940. He has enough 940s. He can stop now. I have a Dogma. The Dogma is pretty nice. I've got a Dogma as well. I don't have it here where I can grab it. That is one that I've kept, though, from Civivi. I have almost all their models passed through my hands, but I've only kept 5 or 6, maybe I can't remember, if that many. But the Dogma is one that I definitely kept. I have a bright blue one. What's the best carbon fiber EDC pen? That I do not know, because I'm just kind of getting into pens. I feel like Shabazz set a trap for me. He should have sent me that package with a note saying, you should knock it into pens. That's the worst. It sounded like, I'm trying to do a Nick Shabazz impression. It sounded like JFK. But he always says, don't get into watches. He should have sent a note saying, don't get into pens. Because I could definitely buy a few of those. So, Jason Bound practice autocorrect. It's okay. I speak autocorrect. I gathered. The watches are in the next package. No, I don't think he'd actually do that to me. When he says do not get into watches, he's actually serious. Steve Pens, that's kind of how I felt about it too. But you know, when I have one, especially now with the virus, I care a lot more about it because I don't want to use your stupid community pen. Like when I'm checking out at a store, a lot of stores have gone into to the you know, no signing transactions, but the stores that haven't, I don't want to use your gross community pen. I want to use my own pen. So I always have a pen with me. I've always got one on my keys too. I've got a pocket pen on my keys. So so if you piss off Nick, he'll send you a watch. Maybe Andrew Arnold, he might. He might. Yeah, I think EDC pens are hitting a new stride, especially the copper. And is it brass too, or is it just copper that's supposed to, like, the virus only lives half as long on it or something like that? But I do have a bronze titanium. I have a Hinderer. Which one is this? Investigator? I do like this a whole lot. Or is it Instigator? Instigator? I don't remember. But it's Warhog, and it's cool. And this is my fanciest pen by far. This was a Christmas present from one of you lovely viewers. But I do like this one a whole lot. Antimicrobial. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. That's so many syllables. Yeah, tactile turns are like, and I think this one's on sale right now for like 80, the tie scribe. But yeah, the tactile turns are right around 100. Is that Nick's real voice, or does he do it for the reviews? Ely, it's kind of his real voice. It's mostly his real voice. He cranks it up a bit. But that's pretty much what he sounds like. Copper, brass, virus only lasts 2 hours. Yeah. Got my Mordax Hollow reground by BGM Knives. Yeah, I'm really thinking about doing that too, Carlito. I really thought about doing that with mine. Opinions on the Tide Scribe, mine's the mail. I really like it. This is the original version. I guess the V2 now. See this one, you can see it's got a little scuff on it from opening and closing. I guess the new ones don't do that anymore. But other than that, I guess they're pretty much the same. I really like it though. It's very nice. It feels very well built. Like I said earlier, it doesn't feel quite as solid as this, but it's because the tactile turns are thicker, I think, and just they're heavier, and you know, this feels a bit less substantial than those. But Machinery uses Qvera brass, patented for vial resistance. I have one of those. That's one of my other pens that I actually own, the brass Qvera one. I'd lose my mind if I lost a $100 pen. Well, you know what, those, Sanderson? So I'm going to give you some background. So I have an eye condition, right? So I'm really, really sensitive to light. And I have to wear sunglasses like pretty much any time I'm outdoors, whether it's raining or not. I have many pairs of sunglasses in various tints, you know, depending on what the weather is that day. And if you're carrying... If like everybody says, oh, I would never buy $200 sunglasses because I lose my $10 sunglasses all the time. If you're carrying a $200 pair of sunglasses, you don't lose them. You keep much better track of them because you know they're $200. I feel like pens are the same way. Like when I have this in my pocket, I'm always checking to make sure it's in my pocket. Where if I have a $5 pocket pen in my pocket, I'm not checking to see where it is and I lose them. I never lose this. This is not nearly as bad. This is like $45, but still I never lose this because I keep an eye on them. That's, if you buy more expensive stuff, you just don't lose it as much. It may happen someday, but just subconsciously you keep a lot better track of it, if that makes sense. Yep, take care of your pen like it's your phone or whatever. Yeah, you're just constantly checking your pockets to make sure it's there. Whenever you sit down, whenever you stand up. And maybe that sounds like a pain in the ass and something you don't want to deal with, but you lost your UTX 75 last week. Assuming you UTX 70, that's awful. I feel very bad for you. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie center of a Tootsie Pop? 3. We all know that. I was born in 1975. I'm absolutely certain of that. I've seen that commercial 1,000 times. It takes 3. Popped out of your pocket, clip failure. Ugh, that's awful. Yeah. Mode step sunlight. I will take a look at it. I have to get prescription sunglasses. I don't lose a damn thing except for the Spyderco Chaparral lightweight I've misplaced. I have knives misplaced in my house right now. I have one that I don't know where it is. It's not a horribly expensive one or anything, and it's one that's always missing, and I don't know why, because it's a size comparison knife, and I hardly ever actually carry it, but I always wind up missing it, and I don't know why. I don't know currently where my bug out is, but I'm sure it's in the house somewhere, but pains on the Bradford Guardian 3, never touched it. My original gent is still MIA, Jimmy Ross says. I hope you're talking about the knife, not about your... lost one this morning until I found it in the case. Yeah, isn't that funny when you just put it in a different case than you usually do? I have multiple cases, so sometimes I just screw up and I put it in the wrong spot, and then for days I think it's missing. But yeah, it's just you go open the different case. You're like, oh, dumbass, you put it with the wrong group of knives. I organize all my stuff by like brand pretty much. So I have one case that's got, mostly Spyderco's and Benchmades and CT Kershaw stuff in it. I have one that's got mostly Cold Steel and some other stuff. And what's the Kiridashi looking knife? This is a USA made blade exclusive Hinderer half-track Warney, and it's gone now. They don't make them anymore, but I love mine. The bronze finish on it. When does the slip joint Civivi drop? The 15th of this very month. Kindra Chambers says, how did your collection start? I don't know. I just... I wasn't really that huge of a collector till I started the channel. I think when I started the channel, I think I only had 6 or 7 knives. But I wasn't really into knives, and then I got given a couple that were kind of cool, and then I kind of got into it and bought a few more and started watching everybody else's YouTube channels and thought, well, I could do that, and I took a shot at it, and then I had to start buying stuff, so... But I do love it, and I do not regret it a bit. Wow, that stuff is terrible. The things I do for you people. I'm good 2/3 through. Whew. That's so sweet. Can feel it in my eyeballs. Do you have a Civivi Vaccaro? I do not. I never did get that one. Hello, Benny Blade Play. How you doing? And then he sent me a Dolica, yeah, and then I tried to kill myself with it, but it's not possible. Hinderer or Spartan? Well, I would say Hinderer right now just because of the variety. But I do really like my Spartan a whole ton. And there is a comparison review, a battle to the death between the Spartan Harsey and the XM24 coming up. Kawakami says, how do you sharpen your knives? I have a Viper Sharp, but for users, less expensive stuff. And honestly, my Chris Reeves, because it's got a convex grind, I use the... I have the Work Sharp Ken Onion sharpener with all the belts and all that stuff on it. Because I can get an edge that's 80% as good as what I can get on the Viper Sharp in literally a 1/10 of the time. Oh, the new Hunt Series knives? Yeah, those do look pretty cool. Oh, thank you very much, Benny Blade Play. And thank you very much to Zach Stuff. Do you have pens too, Zach? Are you just trying to get me into this stupid pen thing that we all go down? I think everybody goes down the road of it. I have not gotten into watches yet. I know that I am wearing a very expensive watch right now, but it was a gift, and it's the only really expensive watch I have. It's a Tag Heuer Professional from the late 90s, and somebody gave it to me, but I do really like it. What's your go-to camp knife? Man, I've not been camping in a really long time, but it'll be a fixed blade of some kind. Maybe I need to get out and to go camping again. Thank you, Davis Larson. I'm really kind of leaning towards the bolt, but thank you anyway. Do not get into watches. Yeah, definitely. I do like this one a lot, though, rather than show my skinny wrist. It is pretty cool because it was a gift from one of my best friends, and it's just it's got this really weird bracelet on it that they did not do for long because some people really hated it. But I've always wanted a tag, and I just really, really like it. The date's off on it by 1, I see right now, but I'll fix that. But it's just a nice, pretty knife, and I've been intentionally not wearing my Apple Watch all weekend because it goes off with work emails, and I'm intentionally trying to take the weekend off for obvious reasons, and because of my mother and all that stuff. So I usually never take weekends off, but this weekend I just decided I'm not answering my emails. So, hey, Oken, how's it going, man? You sitting on your tiny little furniture while you watch this? Did you give any blood for COVID immunity? I have not yet, Mick, because I've been kind of busy this week because of my mother. But I am going this coming week to definitely do that. So they even pay you for it. Classic tag there. Yeah, it's not that old. I think the best we can tell it's from like the late 90s. But recently saw somewhere that saw Hinderer full-size back spacers. Have you seen or used one? I've seen them, but I can't remember who made them. But I have seen full back spacers for Hinderers before. Not quite full. I mean, it's like 3/4. I mean, they stop like up here or something like that. But thank you, Chad. I appreciate it. It was a long time coming. And hello, Jocks Knives. Thank you for joining the program here. Hopefully, we'll have those emojis up next show. Was really thought I had them up this week, but nope. So been busy doing other stuff. Going long today. Yeah, that's why we started earlier, so that I can go long when I want to. So thank you, Big Red. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's why we start at 7 now, because OCD for EDC comes on at 9, and I don't like stepping on them. I don't want to worry about going long. So when we have lots of people on, which we do tonight, I'll go a little bit long. Yeah, that's what she said. You can give blood for immunity. Well, no, that's not exactly it, Kendra. It's that they want my blood because I'm immune and I have the antibodies, so they use it for blood transfusions. And I guess it does help very severely affected people. But I know the secret giveaway trigger for next week. No, you don't. You're ready for the season finale of Perry Mason. I haven't started watching it yet, so I keep meaning to, but just haven't yet. I have HBO Max. I can watch it whenever I want, but it's today I'm drinking this 1911 cider donut hard cider, and it ain't great. It's not good. But sometimes you just got to power through. Holy cow. That is so sweet. I do not like it. My wife had me open it before I started the show because she wanted a sip of it because it's the last one in there. And I just didn't want a beer tonight. I just wanted something different. And it was in the fridge, and it's my son's, and I asked if I could have the last one, and he said, sure. So she wanted a sip of it, and she took one sip and said, wrinkled up her face, said, you were not going to like that. And she is correct. I do not like it. I do like cider. That one, no, it does taste as described. It tastes like a cider donut, but it tastes too much like a cider donut. You handled a TRM, Adam. I want to get one. Oh, yes, of course. Yes, I own one. When I owned seven different scales for it. Done lots of videos about it. I love the Adam. It's actually probably my, if there could be only one knife, which I may need to do another one of those videos. I can't remember the last time I did one. You can dump it, Brian. Yeah, but other beer is downstairs. It's very far away, Mick. That's why I haven't dumped it. Because I'm sitting here talking to you guys, and I need something to drink. And all my other alcohol is very far away. So I'm kind of screwed. It's like being trapped on a desert island, and this is the last thing to drink. Like, you know, the woman who says, I wouldn't bang you if the last man on earth. This is my last man on earth. I'm making sacrifices for continuity of the channel. That's what I'm doing. Anyone hear about the earthquake in North Carolina? I just did, and I talked to my sister today, and she didn't even mention it. Cider donut. What the hell is that? You've ever had a cider donut? Like, they make donuts with apple cider. They're delicious. You must not live in the north. Mental note, Brian's house is like a desert island. No, it's like a very quirky but cool, kind of cluttered place, I guess is the best way to describe my house. My house is very large. It's not because I'm rich, it's because we just got grandfathered in a lot with, we've been renting for the same company for 10 years, 3 different houses, and we wound up upgrading to this big giant house. So as my parents have passed away, not to be morbid, I've wound up inheriting a lot of their furniture. So I have a big old house with a lot of old furniture in it, a lot of weird knickknacks all over. Like, we have one, hey, Benny Blade Play, thank you very much. We have a hutch that was built in like 1920, and it's full of, you know, like pop dolls and my wife's old cameras and like action figures and stuff. It's our house is very, if you want to walk through and look at everything, it'll take you a while. And that's why we're leery of moving, because I don't know what I'm going to do with half of this crap. We have so much big old furniture that we don't know what to do. It is an American picker house. It definitely is. Yeah. We got lots of cool old stuff, and I love my old stuff, but when we move, I'm getting rid of a lot of it, making my sister take it or whatever, because I feel like I live in a museum sometimes. I would not mind having stuff a bit more modern, stuff that's mine, instead of just having my parents' old stuff. Do you have any kids? Sort of, yeah. I mean, I do, yes, but they're 18 and 21. They still live here, but they're kind of grown up. My daughter's still in school. She's going into her senior year, but my son's 21. He lives here. I see him occasionally. That's about it, you know. Oaken says, I have a few furniture pieces from the 40s. I'd say that's where most of our stuff is from. It's from like the 40s, 50s, 60s. But then we have some really, really old stuff. Yeah, sort of. It's like you get this weird point with your like adult children. Like, my son is like, he's still my son, but he's also just kind of this dude I know that lives in my house and eats all my stuff and mows my yard. But have you reviewed a Shirogorov? No, I have not. I've held a few, but I've never reviewed. Not to be rude, but how old are you? I am 45. I'm 25 years old. They did build it back then for sure. And that's why I like a lot of it. You do a collab with Coco. I know him. I haven't talked to him in a while, but yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something with Coco. I know he likes knives. I love Joey. Joey's a blast. Joey is Joey. When you hang out with Joey Diaz, it's an experience. I will say that. That old man can go like nobody's business. Built it super heavy, so it sucks to move. I have a My entertainment center and my coffee table are both not new. They're actually, or not old. They're actually new stuff. But when we bought them, we lived on a second floor walk up, and they had to carry it up the stairs, and they were carrying it up the stairs. The entertainment center was the last piece, and it's not like a multi-level entertainment center. It's just like a one-level thing. And I said, "Oh, guys, last delivery of the day," because it was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon or something. I could tell they were tired, and they said, "This weighs 180 pounds." And I was like, "What?" And they said, "It's made of oak and stone," like I was an idiot. And, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know it weighed that much. I just picked it out of the store. I didn't know it weighed that much." Thank you, Gem Knives. Appreciate it. So, and then one of my buddies had to move it one time for me, and he said, "That is a once-in-a-friendship piece of furniture. You only get to move it once, and if you ask me again, we're not friends anymore." No, he's not related to the Diaz brothers, no. Do you have any Great Eastern cutleries? I do not currently. I have in the past, but I do not. I'm keeping an eye out for one, but every time I see one that I wanted, it's not quite what I want. I used to own a Medford, but I do not anymore, Nick. I think we're going to be winding up here fairly shortly. One an A2M. Can't remember what that is off the top of my head. Hey, OCD, and you were very welcome for the shout out. I really enjoy your live show and your slightly scary wife. Thank you, Professor. I appreciate it. What's favorite handle material? Probably micarta, given my druthers, but it depends on the knife. See you later, Randy. Ever plan on getting another Spartan folder? Yes, I am, Eric. I've already begun speaking to them about it. They're slowly transitioning to S45 VN, so when they do that, yes, I will have another Spartan folder. I'm just waiting for them to start making that one in S45, and I will definitely have one. Thank you, Big Red, and you're very welcome. It's very well-deserved. Perhaps the Palace is what I'm getting. Therapeutic Edge. Yeah, you really did a bunch of us solid. Yeah, you're very welcome. I like doing that every now and then. I know because, like I said in the intro to that, I got Shabazz did it for me a couple years ago, and it was a huge deal to me. So maybe, yeah. It was like, I've been doing channel for like 3 months. I didn't know he watched it. And he just mentioned to me on a live show, and it did a ton. So I like passing it on, I guess. MNC says, have you seen the Starry Night Micarta scales for the Atom? I have some. So yes, I see them a lot. They're very cool. Great recommendation on the Spartan Harsey, one of my favorite recent pickups. Yeah, it's like I said, it's been pretty much in my pocket a lot since I got them both. It's been either the Harsey or the 8020 is almost pretty much. It makes it hard to review other knives, honestly, because I like these two so much. And they're both big enough that when they're in the pocket, I don't want to carry multiple other knives, you know? Zach Stuff says, much love for Slice Dicey and supporting the community. Yeah, I don't feel like it's even supporting the community. Well, I guess it is, but it's just telling people what I like to watch. So, if I put it on there, I actually do watch it. So... what's your most fidgety knife? The one I fidget with right now is actually just what I brought out. The Demco with that shark lock is so much fun. There's multiple ways to open it. You can thumb stud it. You can thumb flick it with a hole. You can spidey flick it, which is the way I open it almost all the time. You can just use the shark lock. I really like it. Most fidgety was probably my smock, but I did sell my smock, so... I followed 5 channels thanks to that video. So as consumer, it's great. Love watching knife videos on the daily. Yeah, and it's just, yeah, I was really happy to do it for guys. And it's just, I hope that a lot of people subscribe to Keith Kevin Ken. Because if you guys don't know Keith Kevin Ken, it just makes me so happy. I don't know how to, like, I know that he already has 7,000 subs. And it was kind of weird to shout out somebody with 7,000 subs. But hello, YouTube. I just love that guy. He just makes me smile so much. I watch all of his videos, even if it's a knife that I don't care about, just because he makes me smile. He's just so happy. That guy, that is just a man living his best life. He has like the ultimate, like as a man, like when you're a teenager and you imagine what your life is going to be like, that's what you imagine. Cigars and scotch and expensive toys. It's just awesome. Where did I get the Demco? I got it from Demco. This is a 3V blade, by the way, too. They do 8. They're going to be doing 20 CV and 3V, but unique character like Shabazz. Yeah, I think that's just the way he is, though. I don't think it's a character, but I think you know on today's Bladeosophy video. I will take a look at that, Professor. Yeah, OCD for EDC will be live at 8. Have you cleaned the 8020 out of the Thai version? Need a little pry tool, take it apart. I've not. I blew it out with compressed air and stuff, but I never took it apart yet. Or did I? No, I did. I did take it apart. And you're right. Yeah, you are correct. I did take it apart. I do remember having to use a little pry tool to get it apart, but it went right back together fine. You are right. You are correct. I do remember taking it apart now because I wanted to see how that lock worked, which is kind of neat. Springs didn't go flying nowhere or anything, so that was cool. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, his character's man, yeah. It's just yeah, he just seems like a blast. What do you think of the XXL Kalashnikov? I ordered one just for last Jonathan Watson. So did I. I'll let you know Monday or Tuesday. So, yeah, I'm really excited to get it because I love the Kalashnikovs. They're great, fun little pieces. They're just fun, and they're not bad. They're pretty well put together. I've never had one break or anything, and they're cheap as chips. And when I saw that XXL, I was like, oh, yeah, I got to have one of those. Hey, Doug Block, how's it going? The action after cleaning and breaking in and improved even more than, yeah, it did improve a lot, but use it for a while and they improve even more. You want to trade for that Malibu? Nope. The number of CRKP says Keith Kevin Ken has owned in 5 years is astounding. Yeah, ton. Have a super freak on the way. Does it match the hype? Gumby asked. Yes, it does. It is very, very good. Getting a Boker mini strike, never had one. Yeah, that's my opinion. I've never had one. The Super Freak is pretty great. The little one's good too. The Mini Freak's good too. It's a bit overpriced, but I think it was just poor choice materials. We didn't want anything that expensive. We didn't need carbon fiber and S90. Just make a smaller version of the Super Freak, and it would have been fun. Jackson says, is WRX Day still a thing? I don't know. I'm not sure. A lot of pay I was supposed to have coming in is not coming in as rapidly as I thought it would. So we will see. Are you going to get the Neutron? Yes, I definitely will. Chris Tylite or Chris Voyager? I've never had a Tylite. So all I've had is the Voyager, and I think it's ridiculous and cool, and I love it. Another vote for what? I may have missed something there. Have you ever had a fire attack? No, I've not. I've never even held one, actually. But I'm going to start wrapping this up because it is getting kind of hot up here. So, yeah, it'll come eventually, Jock's. I'm actually thinking about buying something cheaper in cash for over the winter. And if I can get what I want, it's equally as cool. Not as fun, but equally as cool. So I got into it in the last show. I'm probably getting a Cherokee XJ. So for the winter time. And then readdress WRX Day next year. But I'm going to wrap this up because it's getting pretty warm up here. I have to turn the AC off when I'm talking to you guys, and it's finally starting to get hot. So I will talk to you all later. Really enjoyed hanging out. Really enjoy ending my week like this. Thank you guys so much who sent condolences about my mother, not just here, but in all the other ways. I do very much appreciate it. So I've been Brian. Have a good one.